Rosberg losing a wheel in this stage. We can, just a warning that there are a few curbs out there that you want to avoid as we look back at the start line. Robert Kubica, Maciej Szczepaniak, Polish crew waiting down at the start line.
Okay, Robert is in. He's basically going to try and rebuild his confidence and everything. He's had this problem. Is it 8 crashes in 9 days of rallying? So let's just hope he can get through here. This is a tough rally, but he was here last year where he made his World Rally Championship debut in the in the Regional Rally Car Citroen DS3. So a year's worth of rallying now underneath his belt.
Yeah, I mean, he's another driver I spoke with at length yesterday, and I'm happy to report Robert is still greatly enjoying the learning process in this sport, despite his recent accidents, as we just look back at Chris Meeke making his way into the stage as well. But yeah, Robert, he fully expected to have problems along the way, but it's not easy to just erase, you know, everything you've learned in 20 years of circuit racing. He'd never driven a gravel rally before last year, let's remember.
Big jump.
Didn't used to see him do that in a Formula 1 car.
No. Well, what Robert says and what I like about it, he says, in Formula 1 we could go testing, pounding around it. He was in Formula 1 in those days. He says, when I look at a stage, I do it twice in a day, and that's it. It's 1 year before I go back onto it.
Yeah, well, let's hope he remembers he's in a car set up for gravel today. He did seem to get caught out in a similar situation on a super special in Mexico, didn't he?
That's it. So here's Chris Meeke. I mean, Chris Meeke's another man who, disappointment at the end of Mexico, that final stage retirement. We can hear co-driver
200.
Paul Nagle.
Watch your braking.
Watch your braking, that's what I was just listening for. Watch your braking. This is on the cobbles and the tram line.
Yeah. Yeah, of course, 2 Brits in the WRC in 2014. Citroen's Chris Meeke and Elvin Evans. Haven't been able to say that since the days of Colin McRae and Richard Burns. And well, Meeke, of course, is a protege of McRae, and well, you really could do with shaking off the comparisons with the late great Scott for being blisteringly quick, but accident prone with it.
Early two right minors open, the care tightens, the very tight hairpin right, double tightens late.
Paul Nagle calling those notes for Chris Meeke. As you say, another guy who just needs a good run. The speed has been very impressive from Chris this season. To be fair, both Citroens have had great speed this season, and just needs to get around and get the finish. Beautiful start for the season, third place in Monte Carlo.
Just going to say, I mean, let's not forget that, and let's not forget the times he's putting in as well. He's just got to get that bit of luck, and you know, I wouldn't be surprised if we saw a slightly sort of tentative start by Chris. It's so important that he just gets a few kilometres under his belt, gets into a good rhythm. Let's see if he can get the result that we know he's capable of as we switch our attention back to the Ford Fiesta. Robert Kubica.
The strangest thing is, Robert Kubica, ex-Formula 1 driver, he's done this rally more times than Chris Meeke. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's really strange. It's Chris Meeke's debut here.
Yeah, well, so many rallies after.
Okay.
Let's see, Kubica over the line. Third fastest for the former Formula 1 ace. Still Andreas Mikkelsen with the time to beat. We switch back to Chris. One more time over the jump. Oh. Hard on the brakes into the left-hander. Last chicanes are coming up. 2:54.9, remember, the time to beat. Chris isn't going to be far away. Let's watch him. Past the checkered flag, no, he's going to be slow. Yeah, third fastest for Chris Meeke. Still Mikkelsen. We said that time was going to be tough to beat. Let's see if we're going to have a word with Robert Kubica now at the stop control.
So, third fastest, so you feel grid.
I think he'd be taking his helmet off, that's what he'd be doing.
Yeah. Still looking at terrific pictures of Chris Meeke while we wait for Robert to get ready.
So, third fastest, so it's back to be back on the tarmac.
It's not the same as being on tarmac with tarmac tires. Yeah, I took it very easy, as in Mexico on this similar stage I have crashed the car, so yeah, I took it very, very easy.
Thank you.
Yeah, we thought he might, didn't we?